Hello everyone. Hello Professor. This is Sushmita Devi. So our team is six, and my teammates are Shambhu and Pujita Kilari and Ramakrishna. So our topic is about chatbots for teachers and school for early childhood and elementary school. So the chatbots are like helpful for digital assistants that can make things easier for teachers and school, especially in early childhood and elementary education. So they can act as kind of friendly messengers, and we can help each other kind of communication with parents and also students in a very quick and easy way. So these clever tools can also personalize learning for each student, and it making lessons more engaging and tailored to individual needs. By handling this kind of routine tasks, so we keeping the track of attendance, or we can distributing the assignments, and the chatbots are it is like kind of focus more on teaching. So as technology advances, the chatbots have a potential to play a big role in making learning kind of fun and interactive and efficient for young students. So the integration of chatbots in early childhood and elementary education brings kind of major opportunities to create more connected, and it is kind of personalized and it is efficient learning environment. So we can navigate the digital age, and we can like capable of chatbot can contribute significantly to overall success, and it can advancement of education and kind of levels. So, coming to the next slide, I am giving the overview of issues and the educational chatbots of solutions. So the report it can highlight the challenges. So it can be faced by educational chatbots, including kind of difficulty adopting to different learning styles and struggles with natural and language processing NLP algorithms. So it is especially when talking to young students. So it is significant, like it is kind of NLP models for age appropriate conversations. So a major obstacle to success, the difficulty in maintaining privacy while collecting the data and storing the data. So, in educational chatbots can face a limitation in integration with school database, and it can affect their efficiency. So, to address these concerns, our research is focus is like a chatbot system. It can specifically for primary and kind of early childhood education. So, coming to next slide. So it is related to work. Just a minute. So the educational chatbot have a very quick providing information. There are some kind of challenges in adopting various learning styles. So studies is we can learn from the things are we can assist educators in administrative tasks and reducing the efforts, and we can also improve some class focus. Also, like the challenges include understanding the open-ended questions and handling some kind of unexpected request. So here, our project it is mainly important on privacy concerns. So we need the highlight for need of secure data kind of practices. So the chatbots for young users and prioritizing the privacy issues. So the interaction is like very smooth, and the optimization of chatbot is also kind of contributing very easily. So coming to the solution, the next slide. So we can create a special chatbot system to help young kids in primary school. So we can use kind of small technologies, and chatbot can have appropriate conversations. So with the students, we can learn kind of very interesting things. To make sure everything stay private, we improved our system to the outside resources. We have the control, and we can be very transparent while still kind of operating the things. So we designed a flow chart. So with including the chatbot conversations, we can respond each student needs what they need, like what they want, like that. So our method also can help the technology to help teachers with their tasks and also kind of administrative ones. We take some kind of privacy very seriously, and we can have a detailed plan to keep our personal data set. So the next slides will be uh, explained by my friend Pujita. So she will continue the remaining part. Thank you so much.
Yes, so up to now, we discussed we discussed about the problems and we discussed about the solutions of the problems for chatbots for students and teachers. Now I am going to tell about the experimental part and the, implementation part, how we created the chatbot and how we implemented that one in detail. So before that implementation part, I want to tell you that moreover nowadays the integrating chatbots in schools can streamline communication between the educators and the students and also the main important parents also. So the child progress and everything. Apart from that, why we created the chatbot? Because it has to be easy communication between the teachers and students about the admission processing, whatever the students have queries. So if I hope, so this is the code we created for the chatbot implementation. So here we used the queries like, the vector, the NLP algorithms and the user interface. I want to explain in detail. So first in this, we want to explain the four process, that is the train model, the model training, where we use the username, the basic details of the chatbot we had given in the training model, like the username and password and the loaded data, the database for chatbot and everything. And also we use it here. If you see here, like we know the NLP algorithm, the TF-IDF vector, we use it here. I will show you once if I want to. I will explain that later. And then we have here the user interface, that where the add questions, sign up, index. These are the basic details we use in the chatbot. So coming to the NLP vector, there is a TF-IDF vector. It is the method we use to convert the text data into the numerical words, and the accuracy we use that. And also we used here SVM, and that we'll talk later. So it works. The TF-IDF vectorizer, so we use it here. If you see here, the TF-IDF vectorizer dot fit transform questions to array. So we use it like this, and it works by assigning weights to words based on the frequency within the documents. So this representation, this NLP algorithm TF-IDF vectorizer representation enables that chatbot to understand the importance of words within the given context. When the student give the context to the chatbot, it will help that the understand the words and understand the numerical values what the student was communicating with chatbot. And next, coming to the user interface, I already told you that we had here some inputs given to the chatbot like questions, index, sign up, and everything. So this is the basic code we created for the chatbot for implementation of chatbot. So now I am going to show how we are going to implement the chatbot. So first we'll go to the command prompt. We open the command prompt. Yes. Mm-hmm. So cd space. Just a second. So now we'll go to command prompt and we paste it here. So it has took the created, and then we use here the command. That one is Python manage.py run server. So now we'll get the table here which we stored the data before in database. So then we'll get, see, like this we'll get the values, like we use it the vectorizer TF-IDF vector. So like this, and here we have, mm, one second. Yeah. So this is the one the server link which we created the chatbot. So if we open in this one in Google, like in Chrome. So yes, here it is the chatbot application we created, the chatbot module we created here. So here it is the home, admin login here, user login here, and new user sign up here. So this is the basic chatbot where the students can communicate with teachers or the professionals like the about the university or college or schools who are the management inside the school. The students can communicate easily in this way. So who are the students? Like if the student, the newcomer, like the new student who wants to, for example, join the college or join the university or anything related to whatever he has doubt, he just want to first sign up here. The new user sign up here. So I already registered here. So I want to show the example one of my teammate. So I am going to ask one of my teammate tell the username password, and I will show here how we will create the like how we will create the account the first comers like the first student who are using this one. So Ramkrishna, can you tell me your your username password? Just I'll
Yes.
create for example to show the people. Professor
RAMA
RAMA.
ARASHME
Okay. And the passport is something I'm randomly keeping. Okay. And your contact number.
214
Okay.
235
Okay.
6978.
Okay. And your email ID. The
Uh,
email ID you can, the email ID you can put your personal email ID or anything you can. Okay. Ramkrishna, go ahead.
ram@gmail.com.
Okay. So here we have to fill the students has to fill the first sign up who are going to newcomers. They have to create like this username, password, contact number, email ID, and address, and just submit. Click on submit. So yeah, the sign up process completed. You can log in now. So it shows like this. So the after the creation of account, you just go here and user login admin here. So you just give your username which you created before and just log in. So it shows here welcome Ram Krishna. So you can easily create your account and you can easily go ahead and do your process. And also here, if you see here in this chatbot, we have interact with voice based chatbot and the text based chatbot. So we have two types of this one. So we use the text based chatbot, and for this voice based chatbot, we worked on it, and we have to include more elementaries and more accuracy. Everything we have to include, but we are going to do text based chatbot. So here it looks like, so if we give the question here, it will give the answer, like it will show the answer here, the correct answer, like for example, if I ask the reopening date of school or anything, then it shows here Jan 5th 2024. So this means the students can easily communicate, they get easy information, by waiting long and long time, they get just simple information, whatever they need, they just get from this chatbot. And for example, the Christmas date, it shows Jan 5th 2024. And if we say the summer holidays, for example, if we see the summer holidays, if we send a question like summer holidays, it shows unable to predict answer. And I will tell you the reason that why it shows like this. So for example, if we see here the reopening date, so it has a the date which the college or school was reopening, the student wants to know that. But the summer holidays, it doesn't show any any proper question like when the summer holidays begin or when the summer holidays end. So in that situations, the chatbot will give the unable to predict answers. So like that, they will give clarity, the students can get very most easy information from this chatbot. Mainly why, if you after getting information, you just get log out of this one and you can just go ahead and do your work. So I want to tell one thing that why we created the chatbot, because for any system like banking systems, for example banking systems and the cooperative systems, we all have the chatbot, at least the small chatbot we have. But for educational systems, we don't have any chatbot. For any colleges or any universities, we don't have chatbot for educational systems. So in that case, what happening means the students will get improper information, like from one professor to other professor, they will get some improper information, or they may get some misconfused information for that. So for example, if I will show you one thing, like why I said banking systems means we have some banking systems, For example, I will show first our educational institutions. If we take our example of our college, Texas A&M Commerce, if we open the website, we don't have any chatbot like the person, the chatbot gives the information for students who are in the other countries. Like they have to go to website and they have to go for like this text information. Like they have to search and they have to give the text information. So if we have chatbot, it will be very easy to communicate with, too easy to get information for students without any confusion. For example, if we take for banking system, I told before banking system is one of the best example for the chatbot. So for example, if I open the banking system, if I go, I don't know about, for example, I am the customer who is going to bank and I don't know anything about this bank. So I just open the website to check what's happening in this, like what are the the what we call, what are the cards or anything. So I just want to, I don't need to search here everything like where is where, what is what. Just I go to here for chatbot. Here it's there, see, ask Eva. It is the chatbot. So we can just, if I want to open savings account, for example, I just go to ask open savings account. So it's just give us like that. So for educational systems, we don't have like that. If we give like, if we create one small chat box like here, like the admission dates, the reopening date, and the for admissions last date, starting date, like the courses which we are welcoming into the university. So all this, if we create a small chat box here, it will be very helpful to the students. Like for example, if I take that for international students, like international students who wants to join in this college, so they just want to know the information and they have to wait till long time for the to get a reply from our universities who are in other countries. So if we have chatbot, they will get in 1 second that the admission date is like this, the opening date is like this, the courses we are welcoming is computer science, engineering, like that. So it will be very very helpful for the students who can who can get information easily. Not only information, it will be very helpful for them in future also. So I hope that every chatbot, like not only for banking systems, not only for cooperative systems, even for educational systems, like educational systems, colleges, from schools, like from nursery to from masters or from engineering, for jobs, everything we have to get chatbot. Like it will be very useful and helpful for the students. So that by based on that knowledge, by based on taking that knowledge, we created one small chatbot which will be helpful for the educational systems. And we created codes, as I told you that here the four parts we included. One is training model, pre-processing question, and user interface, and implementation part. So I showed here user interface where we used the questions, login, and everything. And I showed here the NLP algorithm where we used here TF-IDF vectorizer, and the implementation part I used the command prompt and everything. So this is the chatbot modules, like how we encourage, like we addicted to the modules. And user interface, I already told you that user interface with the response, I found the fall. If you see here response, I found the following information. So like that, the user interface is the straightforward layout, and user it will user friendly with students, like like it will be helpful for students. So this is the result I showed you before. Like when we ask the question, so it will come like this. So this is the graphical representation of the chatbot. When we open the chatbot for user, new user, login, and everything like that. So this is the like this. When we enter the username, password, we will get like this. So we can ask the question. The students can ask the question whatever they want the information from the university or college. So this is the result. So from here, my next one of my teammate will explain what is the random forest classifier and ML, how it will interacted, SVM models, and everything they will explain. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shambhu, and my part is the implementation design and the result portion, that we will talk about the NLP algorithm mainly, and the classifier that we use for the NLP algorithm, all the classifier that we use. So as already mentioned, at first the beginning of our chatbot, we started by doing the flow chart, what kind of application we'll have, and then we started writing the code. And after the code, when we come to the experiment part, we have all the experiment that is shown already. And when we try to do the comparison with any other chatbot that is there, on the comparison part, we'll have this classifier, all these classifier. So the classifier that we used for our chatbot are random forest classifier, decision tree classifier, and the SVM classifier model. So among these classifier, first we use this classifier on the as mentioned here on our chatbot. uh, the uh, the programming Python programming language that we use. And for the for those things, what we have is, we have at first we have the SVM modules. For the SVM modules, we took one of the data that we have in CSV format, and we provided the data, and we did the scale of the data, and we find the bar chart for the classes below elementary, for the primary and for the elementary, how they can use and what will be the comparison. And along with that, for the logistic regression, we have this finding that we have here. And mainly on the comparison, we were focused in random forest classifier and decision tree classifier and SVM classifier. On random forest classifier, we have the percentage of 96 that we find the accuracy. And on decision tree classifier, we have 96 percentage, and on SVM we have 94 percentage, the accuracy. And this is the comparison that we have here on our presentation slide. And we have also provided the precision recall and F1 score. Uh, and we have on and one more thing that I want to describe on the result part or on the implementation part is for the database. The database that we created is on MySQL Workbench, and we have created the database. We are putting all those required information, what Pujita she provided uh, on the MySQL Workbench database, and we did it. So for the description, for the logistic regression, random forest, and SVM method, Ramakrishna, he will do. And
Yeah.
thank you. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I am Ramakrishna. I'm going to discuss about ML models. Coming to logistic regression, we got accuracy of 97%, precision is 88%, recall of 67%, and F1 score of 92%. In in SVM, sorry. In support vector machine, we got accuracy of 94%, precision of 79%, recall of 68%, and F1 score of 89%. In random forest classifier, we got accuracy of 96%, precision of 77%, and recall of 65. Finally, we got F1 score 87%, which is very good for stabilizing model. busy hours period. Uh, this picture uh, depicts the chatbot's conversation flow, like how the conversation will go on in the chatbot. In coming to user queries, like the student teachers will enter the queries and it will respond to that. And administrative, it will also do administrative work for instructors, and it provides personalized student assistance. Finally, our solution establishes a solid technological basis, links several data resources, and leverages sophisticated natural language processing to develop a working chatbot system. This is the, like, as you've seen in the picture, we can see busy hours. In future work, we have done some research here, but there is room for improvement also. We have decided to work on voice-based chatbot and its adaptability to diverse learning styles and needs. We want to make it a versatile educational assistant. These are the references from where we got some information.
So these are the
Thank you,
references
Professor.
we got from the we got information from the, and we took the information and we created the chatbot. So yeah.
Thank you, Professor.
So this is the chatbot we created. So I hope we created the chatbots and everything. So it is the not the final one, but we created one chatbot for the school purposes, not only for school purposes. We have to create chatbots for every, every system we have to create the chatbot. It will be very helpful, not only in educational systems, in educational systems, student will be profitable, and also in some systems the communication systems, in communication process, some of them are like teaching like that. Even for teachers also, we can create the chatbot for their timings and for everything. So this is the small chatbot we created for the schools, which help them. So yeah, we done with this, thank you.
And I also want to add one thing, like this is the simple chatbot that we have created. So we have used the small data that we have, and we don't have more accurate value like 99% or 100%, something like that, but we have got certain comparison value of accuracy.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.